Right, here we go. So, hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing Kaiserreich as Sweden. And my face is on fire. I just had a very, very, very hot, noodle thing. And my god, my face feels like it's melting. I like spicy food, but I never like it when it's too spicy, and this is like borderline. Oh, I've been quaffing water afterwards, and it's still kind of hot. Still kind of hot. Anyway, so what is going on at the moment? We have still got our one soldier over here in the Americas fighting for the American Union state. How is this going? Not amazingly. So CSA is definitely losing ground. USA is definitely gaining ground. You should have been moving over here. Let's put you on a train and get you doing that. And then we also have the war against Egypt with the Ottomans, which doesn't seem to be going terribly. Jamal Shamar is actually on the Ottoman side. They are. Now that's interesting. I don't think I've actually seen that before. Huh. So, if Jabal Shamar can take out Yemen, then that would be a pretty big gain. So what we basically need to do is make sure that these two provinces do not fall. And at the moment we're holding on to Tel Aviv so that they can't get the port, which means that they're trying to shift or ship supplies across the Sinai. And that's not a great place to be shipping supplies across. K. Jackery, heck yeah, catching you live for the first time, I think. Welcome, good to have you joining us. And also, Emperor Blizzard coming in with a 22-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Emperor Blizzard. Very much appreciate that too. Azerbaijan is also in the war. Well, they're at war with Iran. I don't know if that's because they're allied to the Ottomans. They have a non-aggression pact with the Ottomans. Let's have a look. Let's go into the current wars. Also, I should probably turn the sound on. There it is. Ottomans. Where are the Ottomans? War in the Desert. That's the one. So Jabal Shamar versus the Ottoman Empire. Cyrenaica, Egypt, Syria, which is dead, Yemen. And then there's also Cyprus, Georgia, Armenia, and Iran. Iran is actually most of the way to capitulation because Tehran has fallen. And if the Ottomans manage to beat Iran, which it kind of looks like they will, then they'll win this war. Easily. Also, wow, the Italian National Republic has actually pushed across the Po River into Socialist Republic of Italy. That's interesting. Alright, cool. Onwards and upwards. We are still short on manpower. How short are we? I feel like we're quite short. Yeah, we're 9,000 people short at the moment, so we would very much like to change our manpower law as soon as we are able. But that is still going to be a ways away. We do seem to be recruiting pretty aggressively. I think we have quite a few stacked manpower buffs. So these two positions holding is the critical thing here. It actually kind of looks like they're pushing back. If we can push them back, that would be even better. Let's do it. Let's do it. And in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make you a priority and make you a priority. So our volunteer forces get the soldiers that they require. That's a nice push. Now I'm wondering if we want to just continue the aggression here to see if we can bolster these guys, because they're clearly being attacked. And if they make this connection, then the Ottomans are in trouble. Ethiopia declares war on Somalia. Okay. Looks like they've stopped the attack for the moment. So let's just restrict you to guarding that one province for now. Meanwhile, you guys are still taking the train. And you have returned. You may as well join those forces. Good. Germany proposes a single currency. In light of the consequences of Black Monday, the German government has come up with a proposal to rejuvenate the continental economy. In order to meaningfully increase and simplify commerce and trade across the Reichspakt, they propose that the German currency, the mark, should become the accepted currency in all of Mitteleuropa, renamed formally to the Europa mark. This proposal is modelled somewhat after the Zollverein agreement between the German states of the 19th century, which, among other things, established a standardised system of currency exchange pegged to the Prussian mark, although its reach and ambition are far greater. In many of Germany's subject partner states, the currencies are tied to the mark already, so the actual impact would be relatively minimal. How should we respond? We're tying ourselves closer and closer to Germany at the moment. This will lose us some political power gain, but we have quite a lot of gain, I believe. Yeah, we do. So, count us in. How is TNO recently? Didn't keep up with the mod for a while. I actually don't know. I have not kept up with it either. I probably should give it another look. I seem to remember reading somewhere that they were giving up on the whole Atlantropa thing, you know, where Italy has blocked off the Adriatic and then drained it, just because map conversions were too difficult. What is TNO? TNO is the New Order, which is basically World War II if the Germans had won. So it's the Cold War era if Germany had won. Man, we're actually doing a really big fight back here. I don't like the idea of you getting surrounded, though. Oh, you wouldn't have been. In that case, you know what? Help them out. Military research. And also we got some new techs. This is still 1939. None of those are 40s. We've already got the research 40. We could... No, I think I'm going to wait until it's actually 1940 and then we might try to jump ahead 2 years with the technology buff. Let's also get the smoke generators. We do need that one. Economy was completely reworked since you last played. Nice. Is that the game with the Russian Viking? Yes, Kemerovo. Rurik the Second. That was a really fun game, actually. Okay, we have actually made a great deal of progress here. And it does look like the... Oh man, Armenia's... Oh, sorry, Georgia's almost gone. Armenia, I think, is already gone. The Ottomans do look like they're going to win this one. Now, we just got military technology, which is this one. So now we could go ahead and... Yeah, ski infantry. Let's go and bolster our mountaineers. And then the other thing that I was considering doing was actually changing our infantry battalions into mountaineers. Makes them more expensive, but it will make them better at fighting in mountains and hills. Which will double down because we have ski infantry, which just makes them even stronger. And we actually have 5,000 manpower now. Where did that come from? Manpower reserves have filled up. Maybe we just have such good population growth. Or it's because we're still mobilizing because of the total equality. That's also possible. Atlantropa is being removed. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sindrin! Thank you very much for the 36-month. That is, if my math is correct, 3 whole years of resubscriptions. Thank you very much for that, Sindrin. Swedish inventors have created cyborgs which are hard to distinguish from real humans. Critics are concerned about the use of artificial sweeteners. That was terrible, but also awesome. Never change, Sindrin. Never change. Never will. Good. Alright, so 77 political power, still not really enough to do the things I want to do. We have military factories, ho ho. What am I short on? Artillery. that is not really a surprise. So let's go ahead and... do I want to double down on artillery or do I want more support equipment? Because I really want to get field hospitals as soon as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and do support equipment right now. Yeah, we're not even close to being able to afford this. We can do the motorized. So we might take a bit of a strength hit. But we'd then at least have... Oh, no. You know what I can do? Better plan. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this. We're going to call this Armee Vordelning 2. Because I'm original. And... what icon should we give them? Let's go with the wolf. Then these guys I'm going to give field hospitals. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade these, and only these, to the tier 2s. Because now we have enough support equipment to support this, and these guys are the ones actually fighting. And so they will be the ones taking less casualties, because they have field hospitals. Huzzah! The pink wings make it impossible to change. You know what? I didn't even acknowledge the pink wings. I acknowledged you had 3 years, and I did not say congratulations on the upgrade from the orange wings to the pink wings. Huzzah! Is there any news about a Hungarian focus tree ever made for Kaiserreich? I have not heard anything. I think the next upgrade that they've been talking about is India. When exactly that's going to occur, I don't know. I think that there are also some Russian plans in the works, and I think there is also Austria, which would include Hungary. But I haven't heard more than that. If anybody in chat happens to know more, do enlighten us! Middle Africa declared war on Kyuku land. That's just an uprising. Somalia is bigger than I realised. The Mau Mau War. News from the German colony of Middle Africa is typically described as uneventful and positive. Colonial administrators painting a picture of the project as a powerful expression of German might. This colony's very existence now seems to be in jeopardy, however, as what the German authorities previously described as a small-scale, dying conflict has violently erupted into war. In Kenya, a coalition of several different ethnicities have banded together in insurgency to expel European settlers from the land. In response, Theodor von Hessel, the head of the colony, has sworn to restore order as the Middle Africa units set off to war. And also, my table is moving crazy, which means that the paper bit that I put under one of the legs has slipped out. So let me just go and replace that, otherwise we're going to have a wobbly stream. Because it wobbles a lot, you can probably even see that. Huzzah! Turn the light on too while I'm at it. They plan to make Antarctica, I think. Really? Jazith coming in with a 24-month. Wow, we are getting a lot of anniversaries at the moment. Thank you so much for the 2-year resubscription. And I'm actually going to remember that that is the orange wing. So congratulations on the upgrade from the golden wings to the far more superior orange wings. Hey, cleaners. Hello, all-powerful sadist. And everybody else, of course. I believe an Antarctica submod was adopted into main TNO. Oh, for TNO, I thought he meant for Kaiserreich. It's like, we're going to do absolutely everything we possibly can to avoid doing Austria. Huzzah! You're ready to assist in these attacks. Ernst Linda falls ill. That's going to be you. However, we can replace you with Edholm and Helga. In fact, these are our 2 best generals, so we kind of want to have them in play. So let's put Jung here. And let's actually bring in Edholm down there. There we go, now we're assisting. They're about to connect here. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. Because I'm fairly sure that those Ottoman tanks are going to be able to push that little bit. Meanwhile, we're trying everything else. Your strength is low, but that's just because of the artillery. Field Hospital 2's just got finished. That's good. Let's go ahead and get logistics. Yeah, may as well. We get the buff for it. Which would also mean that I would like to get logistics in those units. We might have the support equipment for that. Takes 40, so we would need 80 of the 54. I think I can still afford it. It's fine. Oh no, 40. That's 20 per unit, because there are 2 units that already use them. This is fine. We can afford it. No problem. So now we have logistics companies and also field hospitals in these units, which is good. The only thing we're short on now is artillery. Kukuland was annexed. That uprising did not last particularly long. I could train another division, but I think I actually want to keep the manpower now. Let's have you dedicated to assisting over here. As long as these guys, particularly the German infantry here, hold the line against them to stop them linking up. And if we can push them to Suez, then the Ottomans are fine, because they can just hold off Egypt indefinitely. Edholm is ill, because of course he is. Let's bring in Backland. Honduras has capitulated. And there we go. We have now actually made it to Suez, which I would say is pretty good going. Thurnell has an upgrade. I'm not going to use it though. Now if we can take this and cut all of these guys off, then that's going to be a huge blow for the Egyptians. Meanwhile, Georgia, sweet Georgia, still holding out. Gala, thank you very much for the bits. And we have got a hype train. Choo choo. What's the Hearts of Iron for? My Little Pony mod, and do you ever intend to play it? Not really my style. You know what? Frankly, yes, I'm going to play it at some point. I've been working on the Grand Campaign for the run-up to PDXCon, which, by the way, kicks off tomorrow. If you want to see a mega campaign which features the developers at Paradox Interactive, we are starting with Crusader Kings 3 tomorrow, which will then have that save exported into Europa Universalis 4. The Wednesday after that, we will then convert that save into Hearts of Iron 4. We'll convert that save into Stellaris, and it's going to be flipping awesome. And I've been working very closely with a very, very, very talented group of modders to make those conversions, and a couple of huzzah special spices that we're adding to it possible. And that includes a number of the Equestriate War people. And I am very, very impressed with their skills. Huzzah! Paladin of Abuki giving away some gifted subs. Thank you very much for that. Slovi, Pandavision, and a picture of Tom Cruise. Congratulations on the gifted subs, courtesy of Paladin of Abuki. Huzzah! And in fact, you know what? I think that because we're talking about the Grand Campaign, it is time for me to go to the Paradox Discord, find that video, now that I know where it is, although I believe it has been posted in a few other locations now, after me going, ah, huzzah! Is it under news? Yes, it's under news. Actually, is it? Oh, Wibble. Where is it? There it is. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you. Shush. People can't see you. Alright, so let's go move over to... you to this grand campaign. So what exactly is a grand campaign? Well, it's a mega campaign where we play through Crusader Kings 3, we then take that save and export it into Europa Universalis 4, we play through that, take that save, export that into Hearts of Iron, play through that, take that save, and then finally we culminate over in Stellaris. So when exactly is this taking place? Well, the Crusader Kings 3 session is starting on the 3rd of August, the European Universalis 4 session is starting on the 10th of August, the Hearts of Iron 4 session on the 17th of August, and then finally we have Stellaris on the 24th of August. Each of these sessions will be roughly 6 to 10 hours long, and they will feature certain protagonists or antagonists from last year. But who exactly is going to be playing through these games? Well, it's going to be the developers here at Paradox, and we're very excited to see what exactly they get up to this time. But that's not all. We're also inviting you guys at home to participate on our Discord as the Senate. So what exactly do you guys do as the Senate? Well, you form up into parties, each of which with your own agendas and issues, which you try to convince the rest of the Senate should be embraced, formed into legislation, and then passed over to the players to then act upon in the game, for better or worse. So go ahead and join the Discord, and we'll see you on the 3rd of August. So there you go, the Grand Campaign, which is kicking off tomorrow at 10 AM Central European Time. And you should definitely check it out, because last year's Grand Campaign was really good, and I'm very, very excited to see what on earth happens this time. Will it be streamed? Yes, on the twitch.tv/Paradox Interactive. The Senate's going to mess things up just like in real life. Yep, they probably are. Right, let's go back to Hearts of Iron. And there we are. I'm excited for this. It's going to be really good. What did we have? Raiden Aiden coming in with a 28-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there. Gala coming in with another 100 bits. Thank you very much for that, Gala, as well. And then Sindrian with 100 bits. I don't get this new hype around synthetic meats. I mean, why are we reinventing the veal? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I had not actually heard that one before, so that was pretty impressive. Any word on when the Victoria 3 live streams will start? No. Stay tuned to the Victoria 3 social media, and I'm sure they will tell you when they are ready. Will they export it to YouTube also afterwards? They usually do, yes. To the Paradox Grand Strategy channel. Anyway, let's go back to Kaiserreich. We still have supplies. You know what I'm still missing? Sound. Very professional video, Mordred. Kudos. Could have gotten a small haircut. My hair is my brand. I'm like Hercules. I cannot cut it. No, it's not Hercules. Who is it that can't cut their hair? If we win this, then these guys are surrounded. Boom! Awesome. Okay, so we got the ski infantry, so I would say that we should now upgrade to the Armen's Jägerskola, which is the Army's Jaeger School, I believe. Commando School. And we get 3 free divisions of Mountaineers. Heck yeah, let's do it. Our strategic positioning makes it highly probable that we'll be fighting in mountainous terrain. With this in mind, we should be prudent and look to equipping and training some of our divisions to be optimally prepared for the harsh alpine conditions. Sounds good to me. And we just researched mountain infantry. You know, just in case. We could go to mountain infantry 2. We could also start getting actual special forces. Let's go for mountain infantry 2. Although it's January 1940. Hold on. Let's go and get this instead. Just over a year. So we'll get it in 1941. Just beginning of. That's a bit too long for me. We'll stick with the Mountaineers for now. And we have some more military factories. Let's go ahead and put you on artillery because we are still short on those. Meanwhile, over here, Charleston's being attacked, but Charleston's holding. And if they're going to keep on attacking me here in Charleston, I'm quite happy to hold on to this. Oh, Japan took out the Philippines. I didn't even realise they were at war. Manila, capital of the Philippines, has fallen to the Japanese after the withdrawal of the Filipino defenders and her allies. The entrance to this strategically vital Manila Bay remained contested for some time after the city's fall due to the heavy concentration of Filipino coastal artillery on Corregidor Island, but the guns eventually fell silent after a concerted Japanese attack. With Manila under Japanese control, the rest of the Philippines are expected to follow shortly after. This is a stinging defeat for the forces in the Pacific. Ethiopia declared war on Eritrea. You know what? You guys constantly attacking here? I'm totally okay with that. Ethiopia's only gain in the Welsh Creek, the prized coastal possession of Eritrea, is now an open revolt. Disgruntled by oppression, disrespect, and overtaxation, and now war, the oppressed Muslim and Christian forces of the nation have rallied under one flag and wish to free their country. The Emperor of Abyssinia has reacted with outrage, and the Eritrean War of Independence has begun. As all pieces are set on the table, the region watches closely. Will this be the chance Somalia needs in this time of war to seize victory? Will Abyssinia manage to keep its only coastal port, or will the bravery of this outrageous rebels prevail? Considering that Somalia is actually pushing into Ethiopia, this was probably a really good timed Eritrean uprising. We did just get smoke generators. Ships are 1940, so if we wanted to get the more modern advanced light ships, we could. We are still working on upgrades. We could probably do with some more dockyards. Maybe recon, maybe engineers, maybe scouting. Let's go with the engineers. We do tend to fight defensively, especially with our superior firepower now. Hey Maria. Gala, choo choo! Oh, did the high train end? Must have. Samson! That was the guy with the long hair. I'm like Samson. Never shall these locks be cut. And Helge Jung falls ill. In his service to the nation, it seems that General Helge Jung has pushed himself too far. Defending the Americanos. Is Eldholm back yet? No. Bring in Linda. Although Linda is an expert at attacking, not defending. Oh well, maybe he'll gain some skills. And that pocket has been closed, but they're actually in danger of cutting us off. That would be unfortunate, so let's go and make sure that does not occur. And take this back. Thankfully these cavalry have not moved. Japan is removed from the Legation Council. Today the Legation Council removed the Empire of Japan from their proceedings and confiscated their formal Chinese concessions. High Commissioner Sigmund Bodenheimer justified these actions to the world in a formal statement several days ago, as these proceedings were still ongoing. The Empire of Japan has proven to be a bad actor in China, he said. There have been on numerous occasions showed themselves detrimental to Asian peace. Having just annexed the Philippines, yeah, I can see that. A formal Japanese response has not yet been issued, but when it comes, it will surely be vitriolic, and an attack on the legation cities by Tokyo is not out of the question. Whatever may come, it seems the legation cities have failed in their role as the peacekeepers of the Far East. Legation cities, of course, being these guys. So they took the Philippines and turned them into a puppet. Okay. Sweden go burr. Sweden is going burr. Our planning prep is there. These guys are out of supply. Let's push them back. As long as these guys don't get pushed back. Although pushing across Suez is going to be very difficult for those Egyptians. But not impossible. The fall of the Rashidi Emirate. Although successful in their duel against the Wahhabist threat, the House of Rashid has long been under pressure from powerful urban notables and families pushing for the abolition of the Abolutist rule on Hail. Underestimating this threat, it now seems that the Al-Saban family has launched a coup, deposing the rulers of Hail and crowning themselves the new emirs of Arabia. The Sublime Porte has thus far refrained from recognising the authority of the new rulers, claiming that only the legitimate emir is the House of Ibn Rashid. Whether they'll directly interfere in Arab politics is as yet unclear, but the event marks yet another breach in the Ottoman safety net. Unfortunately, they're already fighting alongside the Ottomans. We will see if they reverse that. You guys okay there? Yes, I think so. You are attacking there pretty aggressively. You know what? I'm going to cancel this move. I'm going to bring them back to Suez. Just because I kind of want my troops to be in the really defensive locations, because that's where they get the most experience. More factories. What do we need? We are actually almost fully caught up, and in fact support equipment is growing in numbers, so let's go ahead and upgrade 3 of these to those. And we should also have you training, because a bunch of you don't have the correct skills. And we still clearly need more support equipment, so let's do that. We are out of aluminium. Whoa. That goes crazy. Okay, so it turns out that was actually us attacking. Oh no, they are attacking us. Can we push it? Oh man, we can push across. Do I want to though? No. No, I don't. That would stretch us too thin. We need to take that down. And that was logistics finished. Let's go ahead and get recon. Another factory, more support equipment. Now we're short on aluminiums. That may not be entirely worth it. Oh, no, we still make more. It's fine. I see the Ottomans got bailed out by Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan has been critical to them staying in, and also Saudi Arabia. Europarat membership. As a member of the single Euromark currency as dictated by a Middle European membership, it is incumbent on us now to align ourselves with the majority of the bloc by forming Europarat. This organisation, the Council of Europe, exists to regulate trade and is a key part of further integration. Sounds good. We've pushed across. Good luck, guys. I'm going to make sure that our front line doesn't get surrounded, because that would be bad. The fall of Cairo. Cairo, the city of 1,000 minarets, is one of the world's oldest cities, serving as an intellectual and cultural centre of the Arab world. It is also the beating heart of the Egyptian nation, one of several Arab nations that declared war on the Ottoman Empire. However, after a successful Ottoman campaign, the Egyptian forces have offered their unconditional surrender in the city, with some Egyptians offering last-ditch resistance efforts in the Cairo citadel. Despite the Turkish victory, the Ottoman army has promised Cairo that the occupation will be peaceful, and no harm will come to the historical buildings of this ancient city. They're actually counter-attacking. There we go, we got the Jaeger Schola, which gives us the Mountaineers. Well trained as well. What is their template? Let's go ahead and get rid of you. They do have quite a lot of artillery. Let's go ahead and upgrade you. I'm fine with that. And how much of my special forces allotment does that use? Where can I see it?